Right, for this demonstration, I'm going to show you how to pipe a seam. I've got the garment part here. This is the facing, piece of piping cord and a bias strip cut. I've put the zipper foot on and we're going to cover this piece of piping cord with this piece of binding. So we're going to put it under the foot here, and the idea is that we will be stitching very, very close to the cord, the piping cord. Do the back stitch first. Piping cord in the middle. Now you can get different widths of piping cord, so it depends on how you want your finished look to be. But if you're making a nice suit and you're piping the edges of it, I prefer to have the finer piping cord. When I was cutting the binding, I cut my piece to 2.5 centimetres. However, if you were using a thicker cord, you would need that to be wider. So there's my piping cord covered, ready to be sewn onto my garment. This is the right side of the garment. Like so. When you've done that, you get your facing piece, which has been interfaced and overlocked. And this is probably best to work from the other side then, because you can actually see where you're stitching. It just makes it a bit easier for you. I'm going to stitch right on that seam again. Obviously, if this was a bigger piece, I would pin it all together beforehand. The same thing with this one as we did for the when we put the facing sample. We can layer this down just to make it bulky, because you've actually got 4 thicknesses of fabric here. So you can layer that down. And each time you cut one of these, you do it slightly longer than the facing side, facing piece. By doing this, it just stops all the pieces, the edges finishing at the same point, and that's where you get, if you do that, you get like a lumpy edge, and this sort of feathers it down a bit. Okay, when I've done that, you again need to snip on the concave, curve. Snip in. When you come to this one, the convex one, you can take chunks out of it. I'm now going to understitch it. So pull the seam over. If you want to, you can change to a normal foot if you prefer to, or you can keep your zipper foot on. And there it is.